Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Gonna do my first box break on the video. I've got a box of 1994 Top Stadium Club Series 1 that I'm gonna break and see what we come up with. Not a whole lot of super great value in this set, but thought it'd be cool to do a throwback to the mid-90s and see what we come up with. So let's get going. So I'm hoping this whole set won't be bricked together like you see in a lot of the 90s glossy sets. There are some parallels and inserts in this set, so hopefully we get something good. I'm just looking really just to get a feel for the mid-90s again and see what we come up with. So here are the packs. Got 12 cards per pack. So really just hoping for some Hall of Famers here, possibly some good cards for TTM videos in the future. So let's get going, see what we come up with. A little bit of stickiness to the cards, but I don't think the whole pack's going to be brick, so that's fantastic. So we'll start out with a Steve Avery, Anthony Young, a Pat Henkin, Pat Mears MLB debut, Gary Sheffield, Ken Herbeck, Moises Alou, Will the Thrill Clark, info card about the first day issues, an Albert Bell Home Run Club. You can see in 1993 Albert Bell had 38 home runs. It's a pretty cool Omar Vizquel. Took almost 1,800 career at-bats before Omar got his first intentional walk. It's a pretty cool card. A little bit of paper loss here in the corner. Tale of two players, Gary Sheffield and Fred McGriff. And an MLB debut of John Shave from the Rangers. Go ahead and give him a little bit of a shake here. So we'll start out with Freddie Benavides, Juan Guzman, Darren Fletcher, John Olerud, a 93 award winner. So he led the AL in batting average, road average, grass average, turf, day. It's pretty impressive. Tony Pena, Rick Wilkins. And we've got our first Hall of Famer with Mike Piazza, Home Run Club, 93, 35 home runs. Mike Perez, another info card. Denny Martinez, Steve Cook, the Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, and this is one of the parallels. You can see the holograms a little bit different with this one. And a Julian Tavares MLB debut. Not bad. 2 Hall of Famers in that pack. We'll start out with Sammy Sosa sliding into a base. Pretty cool card. Tino Martinez. Chris Haney. Mike McFarland. Unfortunately, some paper lost there. Danny Bautista, MLB debut. Doug Strange, another Denny Martinez, Randy Velarde, our next info card, Rich Gossage, Tim Mauser, again some paper loss there unfortunately, Rob Nen for the Marlins, MLB debut. And another Hall of Famer with Roberto Alomar. Stealing a base. Cool looking card. Fortunately, these cards are every which way, which makes it a little more difficult to show. We'll start with Bip Roberts. Again, unfortunately, trying to save the paper loss, but not having too good a look on some of these. Stan Belinda. And MLB debut of J.R. Phillips. Tim Mauser. Tim Belcher. Luis Polonia. Checklist. Juan Gonzalez, Home Run Club. Info card. There's a Donnie Baseball. No paper loss there. That's pretty cool. We got a tale of 2 players, JT Snow and Tim Salmon. Parallel Kevin Seitzer and Chili Davis. So next pack, we've got a John Burkett. Nice Hall of Famer, Ricky Henderson. Scott Brocious. Jeff Branson. Charlie Huff. Tony Fernandez. Got a duplicate tale of 2 players, Gary Sheffield and Fred McGriff again. Nice Nolan Ryan. And looks like we've got Home Run Club Barry Bonds. Greg Jeffries. Parallel BJ Surhoff. And a Cal Ripken. Ripken Express. I'm guessing this must have been an insert series in the set. You can see this was the chase, as Ripken was chasing down the 21-31 record. You can see at this point we had 1,897. It's pretty cool. It'll be a great one to add to my PC. I don't believe I have this one. All right, next pack. So we'll start out with a Louis Aquino, Brian Jordan, Roger McDowell with some paper loss there in the center, and some markings in the corner. Mark Whitten, Ben Rivera, Jacob Brumfield, another Tony Gwynn, Tim Pugh, info card, Todd Pratt, Matias Carrillo, Stan Belinda Parallel, and Eduardo Perez MLB debut. All right, that gets us through one stack. Got some Hall of Famers and an insert. Luck hasn't been too great with the parallels. So we'll start out with a Rick Renteria, MLB debut of Aaron Seeley, Lance Johnson, Benny Santiago with the Marlins, Rob Dibble, MLB debut of Andy Tomberlin, checklist, Henry Rodriguez, info card, Mike Maddox, Brett Holman MLB debut, a Kurt Manwaring parallel, and Brett Butler. All base in that pack. See a Hall of Famer, Pudge Rodriguez on the top. Unfortunately, I can already see a ding in that card. Got pretty good luck so far as the cards go in terms of paper loss. Got a Scott Hammond, Chuck Finley, and there's the Pudge Rodriguez. Pretty good shape. Ding in the top left, unfortunately. Bobby Bonilla with some paper loss around the face. Brad Holman MLB debut. Greg Gagne. Carlos Baerga. Topps 3 trios. Ron Gant, David Justice, Fred McGriff. Pretty cool card. Info card. Lance Painter, MLB debut. Robin Yount, Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, it's against that parallel, so there is some paper loss. And the parallel is Jeff Gardner and Bill Hasselman. All right, next pack. Got another Yount, so I'm hoping I don't have any paper loss with this one. We'll see. So we'll start out with a Kent Hrbek, Mel Rojas, MLB debut of Brad Pennington. It's one I don't have in my Orioles PC, so I'll set that one aside. And there's the Robin Yount. No paper loss on this one. Looks pretty good. Matt Noakes, Rafael Palmeiro, Andy Benes, Ray Sanchez, info card, Home Run Club Fred McGriff, Steve Traxel, Fernando Valenzuela is our parallel with the Orioles. And Jeff Montgomery, 93 award winner. AL Fireman of the Year. All right. Keep on rolling. Just really impressed. A lot of times these stadium clubs are pretty well bricked up to the point that it's not even worth opening, but so far so good. So we've got a Todd Hundley, Jay Bell, Chris Nabholz with the Expos, Rick Wilkins, Brian Turang, MLB debut, Alex Arias, Tony Fossas, Denny Nagel, info card, Kevin Tapani, Carlos Garcia, and there's what I'm looking for. There is a Frank Thomas Home Run Club with the different parallel, the hologram there in the last name. We've got a really cool Hall of Fame parallel there. And Scott Service rounds out the pack. So I'd be curious in the comments if you guys wouldn't mind dropping who you think the best card in the pack was. And so far that Thomas parallel, at least for me, has been the best card so far. Always got that one card that just seems like it wants to stick, unfortunately. All right. Next pack, Pete Harnish, Eric Young, Joe Oliver, Doug Strange, Gerald Clark, Mike Bordick, Kurt Manwaring, Greg Blosser, MLB debut, info card, other Topps trios with Rafael Palmeiro, Juan Gonzalez, and Dean Palmer. Chris Carpenter against our parallel. Let's see if I can save this a little bit. Pedro Munoz. And a Dave Winfield 3000. So you can see this 2 out of 12. It's another insert set for Dave Winfield on his road to 3,000 hits. All right. So far we've got inserts of Ripken and Winfield. There are a couple other inserts in the pack, and I guess it would have been good to look. You can see the super teams are 1 in 24 packs. First day issues 1 in 24. Dugout Dirt comic card 1 in 6. It's interesting. Our parallel is actually on the top. It's the first time I've seen this in the pack for Terry Mulholland. Jerry Spradlin MLB debut. Chris Turner debut. Eddie Taubensee. 93 award winners. What is this? Another info card. Alright, so it might have just been the way I opened this pack, it looks like. Luis Polonia, Rob Deere, Mark Gubicka, Jeff Montgomery, Jeff Rebele, Chuck Carr, Mike Harkey, and John Vanderwall. Alright, 2 stacks left. Alright, so we've got another Rob Nen. Cecil Fielder with the Tigers. Todd Pratt. Scott Service. Tim Tufel. Luis Alicea. Dan Plesac. Home Run Club Ron Gant. Got a Yankees Super Team card, so this is one of the 1 in 24 packs. So it looks like these are actually a game that came with the set. So if your team wins, you win. So you're supposed to save this card. If your team wins, Division Title, League Championship Series, 94 World Series, this card's redeemable for special prizes. And it talks about what you win. So obviously this is well past expiration. That's still a pretty cool card. Got a Jose Canseco. Dave Henderson. Pat Mears debut parallel. And Roberto Mejia parallel. Or Roberto Mejia MLB debut. So we got one of the Super Team cards. See if we'll find anything else. So we'll start out with Pat Kelly, Bobby Witt, an MLB debut of John Donahue, Carlos Hernandez, Dave West, Tom Lampkin, Mike Moore, Kevin Baez, David Justice, and that's actually a first day issue. There's the back of the card. So the first day issue, another one of the parallels, again 1 in 24. So we've got 2 of the 1 in 24 parallel or inserts. It's pretty cool. Sticking with our Hall of Famers, we have the Mike Piazza Home Run Club, Arthur Rhodes. Parallels of Ricky Gutierrez MLB debut. And Al Martin for the Pirates. It was a good pack. A 1 in 24 plus a Hall of Famer. All right, we'll start out with the Greg Olson, a little bit of paper loss. Greg Olson, just personal note, part of the 89 Why Not Orioles, right about the time that I really started following Major League Baseball. So one of the better closers with the Orioles. It's a pretty cool card. You see career 160 saves, 1721. Then we've got a Rich Amaral, Ron Karkovice, Fernando Valenzuela, Chris Turner MLB debut, Tim Salmon 93 award winner, BJ Surhoff, Bobby Munoz MLB debut, info card, Moises Alou, Matt Mieske MLB debut, checklist, and a Jem Eisenreich. So actually in that pack we did not get the hologram parallel. It's the first I've seen that. Let's keep going. So we'll start with Brett Butler, Tom Henke, Troy Neal, Darryl Hamilton, Doc Gooden, nice Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, John Jaha, Tim Naring, Roberto Mejia MLB debut, Albert Bell, Gerald Clark, and a Carlos Baerga parallel. It's definitely fun opening these mid-90s packs when you're really chasing down inserts and parallels, whereas today, everything, we're looking for the hits and the relics, the autos. Back then it was more building a set, looking for the parallels. Just really impressed that I'm not getting a lot of stick to these cards. This was a baseball card exchange pack. Just looking to buy something for some content, and it's actually turned out really well. You only get about 1 or 2 cards in the pack that stick. You can see this one here is being a little difficult. There we go. So we got an Archie Ciafrocco, Danny Schieffer, David Segui, Jeff Treadway, Carlos Garcia, MLB debut of Scott Stahoviak, and there's Mr. Bo. Bo knows baseball. Homered in his first swing of the season, 1 year and 4 days after his hip replacement surgery. Hit the longest White Sox home run of 93 at 472 feet. It's pretty cool. Jack McDowell, Sid Bream, hoping this Randy Myers doesn't stick too much. A little bit. So you can see the MLB award winner, 93, with 53 saves. Great closer. Sean Barry's the hologram parallel. And another Dave Winfield comic card. I believe it's the exact same one we got earlier. Card 2 out of 12. That's cool. Insert in a Bo Jackson. Alright. Last pack in the stack. Alright. I can see a Griffey. And it looks like that's where we're going to get some sticky cards. Let me see if I can save this. Looks like a little bit of paper loss, but I can't tell for sure. And just a touch. Unfortunately on the Ken Griffey. A little bit up here too. Unfortunate. Again, that's the problem with the glossy cards in the 90s. But still a cool card. So Griffey, Jose Lind, Junior Ortiz, Chris Gomez debut, Ricky Gutierrez debut, Mike Hampton debut, info card. Alright. Lenny Webster, Eric Karros, who came up with a ton of potential. Mark Whitten is our parallel. Dick Schofield, Randy Myers, and Phil Plantier rounds out that stack. So one more stack to go. It'll be awesome to get another Griffey where we don't have the paper loss. So far, I'm still thinking the Frank Thomas has been the hit of the box so far. All right. We got a Bill Hasselman, Joe Klein, Chuck Carr, Jim Thome. Fortunately, that was one of the cards that stuck. So again, another Hall of Famer with some paper loss. It's unfortunate. Todd Jones, great long. There's a Barry Bonds home run club. So in 93, 46 home runs. Obviously long before he broke Aaron's record. Jeff Montgomery Award winner. Steve Traxel debut. Mariano Duncan. You can see the Chili Davis. Our parallel is behind the Chili Davis. And Mel Rojas is our parallel. All right. Chili Davis, this has got to be card number 3 or 4. And here's our card that usually sticks. And it's going to stick to a Bonds, which we've got the base Bonds already, so that's not too bad. Let's see if we can... Oh, Jeff Gardner with the paper loss. It's a Barry Bonds Award winner, which I don't think we've seen yet. Chili Davis. Craig Graybeck. Al Martin. Brett Butler. Another Donnie Baseball. Pedro Borbon. Info card. Jason Berry, MLB debut. Gary DiSarcina. Tom Pagnozzi. And Mike McFarland. Can hear some of that crunch, but not as bad as some of the packs I've seen opened from this time frame. We got David Justice. You can see the paper loss again there. Stuck to the Luis Gonzalez, Hippolito Pichardo, Archie Cianfrocco, Rich Gossage. There's the base Frank Thomas Home Run Club. Chris Carpenter. Oops. It's an interesting Ron Gant. And I guess if you're gonna lead or win with 18 of his 36 home runs, I guess you get a chance to structure stuff. So it's a pretty cool card. Let's see, our parallel is Tim Wallach, sorry, Darren Fletcher, Steve Carsone, and John Doherty. We've got 3 packs left in this break. All right. So we'll start out with a Kevin Higgins MLB debut, Kevin Seitzer, Tim Costo, Jose Lind, the 3rd or 4th Danny Martinez, Dick Schofield, info card. I got Paul O'Neill. Wayne Kirby. And it's a parallel Griffey, but it was stuck to the Wayne Kirby. Again, you see the paper loss. We are 0 for 2 with Griffey, especially on the hologram parallel. It's terrible. But another Bo Jackson, Roberto Hernandez, and Tom Candiotti. 2 packs to go. 2 more chances to get the... Oops. Sorry about that. 2 more chances to pull off the Griffey. 0 for 2 with paper loss. All right, let's see what we can do. So I started on the backside again, unfortunately. So there's a Mark Clark. It's one of the John Kruk comic cards from Coal Mine to Gold Mine. As a teenager, John Kruk worked in the coal mines of West Virginia. I did not know that. You see these 2 with the gold color here on the last name. Also a little bit different from the base. So Chris Floyd debut. Tom Foley. Info card. Terry Mulholland. We can flip these around a little bit. Benny Santiago, Sid Bream, Royce Clayton, Wayne Kirby, Joey Cora, Jerry Pradlin. It's going to stick to Sean Barry. So Spradlin MLB debut and Sean Barry. All right, last pack. See what we can do. Really would love to get that Griffey if at all possible. I mean, I'm okay if I'm 0 for 1. But when you're 0 for 2, one of them being the parallel, that's really terrible. So hoping we can pull it off here. This pack's a little bit crunchier than some of the past. Let's see what we can do. Mariano Duncan. Brady Anderson with his 13 home runs, I believe right before he hit his 51, the majority from the leadoff spot in the steroid era. It's been discussed, thought of as fans, but never proven. But Brady Anderson, Denny Hawking, Roger Pavlik sticking to Brian Bohannon. Got another Bobby Bonilla. And now it's actually sticking to a Mel Rojas. So this last pack is just pretty bad. Oh, sorry. Roberto Mejia. Jeremy Burnitz. Info card. Jeffrey McNeely. Tim Boger. You can see the Sandy Alomar stuck to a checklist. So, last pack, and we couldn't even get the hologram parallel, I believe. Unless I opened it back to front. Yep. Couldn't even get the hologram parallel in the last pack. So 0 for 2 on the Griffey. I still think the Bo Jackson's probably the best card. So I've got a ton that I pulled out. Just Hall of Famers or things from my PC. So let me do a quick recap. So you've got the John Kruk comic card in his coal mining days. The Bo Jackson. The Frank Thomas Home Run Club. Don Mattingly. Barry Bonds Home Run Club. Our paper loss Griffey. It hurts to see that. Our Dave Winfield chasing 3,000 hits comic card. Dennis Eckersley. Mike Piazza Home Run Club. Our David Justice first day issue. New York Yankees Super Team card. Robin Yount without the paper loss. Our trio of Gant Justice and Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog. Pudge Rodriguez. Tony Gwynn. Our comic card, Cal Ripken, as he was working on his chase of Gehrig. Nolan Ryan with a tip of the cap. Ricky Henderson. Robbie Alomar. And a Tony Gwynn with the hologram parallel. So that wraps it up for 94 Top Stadium Club Series 1. Appreciate everybody watching and looking forward to talking to everybody soon. Have a great day.